everybody, want to whiz me here. It is August 7th, 2015, about 2:45 in the morning. It is a fitting time to take an extended look at Nightfall. Now, something I found out, Nightfall's a chick. I was convinced it was a guy like Washbuckler, but that said, if you have not signed up on the Skylander Club forum, check it out. If you like it, which I think you will, sign up. You are the reason I built it. SkylanderClub.com. We got a lot of great people on board. Feel free to introduce yourself and then join in the fun. Now, this is really our first good picture, if you will, of Nightfall. We'd kind of seen some things, on her, but as you can see, dark element on the base there. Very cool looking figure. Skylanders has been tweeting her from Gamescom. I think she's on the lines with Enigma. Gonna just be a very aesthetically pleasing Skylander. Now, right here is the Sea Shadow. It also looks great. There's, of course, the dark sea shadow as well. I kind of like the metallic-y glitter stuff. I'm interested to see that in hand. Now, right here, this is brand new as well. That is the supercharged version. As you can see, the sea shadow looks quite menacing. It's almost like some sort of a piranha crossed with a vortex, if you will. I think she's got some sonar attacks I read in a blog post from Activision. That said, Nightfall, she's dark element. Her slogan, dark and dangerous. A little quick intro to her. She is a mysterious dreadwalker that hunts the darkness and never lets evil off the hook. Very punny, not quite to the lines of Gilgrunt, but close. Once again, here's a look at the figure. I think it's just a really great looking figure. Now, for those of you into fan fiction, I hinted at it. I thought this was a guy, but Washbuckler and Nightfall. I'm just throwing it out there. That said, Nightfall was a dreadwalker from Fog Shadow Tower, which sounds insanely awesome. A mysterious fortress in the middle of the Poison Sea. I'm almost certain I've read Skylander books that use the Poison Sea, and maybe a Leviathan, but I'm not sure. I'll have to go back. I think it was the one with Gilgrunts. While most dreadwalkers stayed within the noxious cloud they called home, Nightfall preferred to dive into the black abyss and hunt the dark monsters that threatened her people. Again, my apologies here. I give myself 20 seconds on these just in case, but I do feel like I legitimately have read about this. One day, as she was exploring a deep cavern in her submarine, the Sea Shadow, Nightfall came upon an enormous object that pulsed with a strange energy. If I have read about it and I'm not just crazy at 3 in the morning, I think Chaos had put a spell on something in the swamp. It was gigantic, and before she could comprehend what she was looking at, it hatched. Out came a creature 100 times larger than anything she had ever seen. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Go back in time and read that book that I haven't read in a long time. Now, she was not mentioned, but similar elements, which I've seen multiple times. She fired the engine and raced back to warn her people. Why is that one so short? Because I accidentally skipped it in the transcribing of the story, and so I had to just kind of, throw it in by itself. But it is what it is. So she's got these stories continually get longer, it seems. But just as the last citizens boarded an evacuation ship, the colossal head of the Leviathan broke the surface of the water and let out a terrible roar. Now we've got SSA had Leviathan action. I think we've seen... I don't watch the gameplay, so I think there's a Leviathan on the back, though I've seen in B-roll. Without hesitation, Nightfall rushed towards the monster, blasting it with everything she had while the others made their escape. I think in the future I'll go with 15 seconds on these little story slides I put together for you. But like I said, live and learn, and... take it from there. This act of heroism, I bet no one saw this coming. Caught the attention of not the local paper, but Master Eon, and the rest, as you should have known, is Skylander history. So, I've got to say though, Nightfall does look like a very, very well executed figure. I'm curious to see if Vicarious Visions or Toys for Bob originally came up with her. That said, time to take a look at the Sea Shadow. It is a C-type vehicle, land, sea, sky, if you will, dark element, of course, and as you might have guessed, the signature driver, or i.e. who will supercharge it to that sweet form you saw in the illustration, is of course Nightfall. Now right here you have another look at the Sea Shadow. This is something I feel like that picture is a good one, but I feel like if I had it in hand I could do much better justice with it. So it should be a pretty nice little figure, though. Story on the Sea Shadow. The Sea Shadow was originally built by Nightfall to explore the shadowy depths of the poison sea near her home. Which, again, I'm hoping that's somewhere we get to travel. If not in this game, in a future game, in some offshoot, I don't care. It just sounds like an incredibly cool place to get to explore. Back end, it is elusive and agile. That should come in handy in Skylanders racing. With powerful weaponry, once again super handy, that will sting any monster that lurks in the abyss. And hopefully any friends that lurk ahead of you on the racetrack. Speaking of that, brand new, never before seen screenshot. It's not the greatest one. It is the standard Sea Shadow, not the dark Sea Shadow, but it gives you an idea of what it will look like in game. Don't know if this was taken from the Wii 3DS or if this was, like just standard racing on Xbox One, etc. This right here is my money shot. It's my favorite picture. It is Nightfall in the Sea Shadow. It looks incredibly cool, super menacing. Again, I can't wait to check out the attacks, but that is Nightfall in a nutshell, in a submarine, if you will. And that is it. That is the first time we've gotten those like high quality images, particularly of Nightfall. It's also obviously first time. Got the slogan, we got the background story on her and the submarine, and whereas most people just rush into the gameplay and just throw that out, don't commentate or point any, just spit it out for you to take a look at. I'm honestly more into this type of stuff, and I kind of like for the gameplay and whatnot to be fresh and new to me, hence so I can do a blind playthrough, not know the entire game and what to do and expect before it's actually even out. So we are getting very close. Let me know your thoughts on Nightfall. Are you excited about her? Are you excited about the Sea Shadow? Is she something you're going to pick up? Similarly, for those of you people into the fan fiction stuff, are you kind of thinking the same things I was with Washbuckler? But then again, to be honest, I thought that was a dude, so it's a good thing the story came out. But, I don't know, it just looked like some really kind of like a underwater Spy Rise magician of evil dark sorcery of awesomeness. I don't know. But very excited to see that. Very cool background story. Lots of great locations involved there, which hopefully they cash in on. The book I'm referencing is A Mask of Power. I think it's the one that stars Gil Grunt. I'll have to go look at that very soon. Some of you may know what I'm talking. I know somewhere I have read things that are eerily similar to that, so some people don't do that, but I do. And I will leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts on Nightfall. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, leave a like. If you like what you saw here, make sure you are subscribed. You can follow me on Twitch, where I live stream Skylanders Trap Team. I'm not sure what I'll do with SuperChargers, but you'll find out. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Last but not least, please do check out the Skylander Club forum. You really are the reason I built it. Obviously, the goal there is to get people to sign up, discuss things, post your findings, where you find sales, any cool stuff, Skylanders that happens to you, and just kind of, have a good time. So, that said, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you back for more Skylanders SuperChargers news.